good. Full screen. Good. Alright, so let's just grab this guy. I'm going to switch off the stuff I don't need in this view, just for now, just so I don't hide elements. Okay, good. Now, edit in place. Letitia, you can grab us, bring your construction when you're ready, then we'll see how to fix it.
Are you...
I'm just helping quickly, and then you can come right afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Cool. Now, the only thing that we need to do now is, I must bring back, let me just dock this here so that we've got these things in the same. You can have a top and bottom, or, okay.
I prefer that. I don't know how to do it like this.
Don't you know how to set it up like this? You just drag it, it's weird. If you drag it out, you must just hover.
It usually takes up the whole side, not just the top.
Yeah, it does. I usually put the one on this side, and I put the other one on this side. I do it vice versa, explain why.
But it is just my laptop. When I use my laptop,
I know, it's you can't see what the hell's going on, yeah. But yeah, you can drag it, and you can actually make it tabs. If you go down, if you do that, now at the bottom, so let's move this guy out the way. At the bottom now you've got this tab.
Oh, okay.
So you've got that option as well, maybe, if you want to. Yeah, but it does take a bit, yeah. So now, generic model. So if this guy's in, if I'm selecting this thing in place here, so let me just go, come on, why is it? I think with all the screen things that I've been doing here, it's, let me just see.
I think I also need to close some of my programs.
Why is it not selecting? I'm selecting extrusion, so we just go to, oh, there we go. So go back to view. Okay, all that you have to do now on this is just add subcategories to all the different elements. Okay, so you can see here, subcategory, everything's on none. So it doesn't understand, it's going to use a generic. Okay, and if you apply the right materials to things, and let's just go over here, shaded. Okay, just to make this thing work well. Okay, so let's just switch on shaded. Okay, good. So you've got two issues.
It's change the phase.
Hey?
Is it supposed to look like that? It's not supposed to be gray.
I know, I've changed it so...
Oh, shaded, sorry.
Yeah, realistic. So let me just... So what have you done realistically? Let's just check. Your machine might blow up, and let's just see what... Let's just see. Whew.
I don't think it's doing it.
I think it's just a bit slow. There we go. Okay, let me just check. Okay, so everything's... Okay. So
most of it's one material, but it's...
Okay, let's sort that out first. Let's go back to shaded. So, in shaded view, it's going to take a couple seconds.
I don't know, when it's running on my monitor, like even though it's running my laptop, it works a lot faster.
No, it's because I'm using... Don't worry, it's just because we're streaming. Oh, don't worry. Okay, now, the first thing I'm going to do is go and make some subcategories so that I'll put the correct stuff in this correct subcategory. So this guy, so this worktop, for example, here it's got nothing, and you're saying rubber wood. Okay, so the first thing I want to go and fix is just add subcategories. So if I go to manage, object styles, now this is a generic model, so go to your generic model section, generic model. So here...
Was it wrong to do it as a generic model?
No, that's fine, doesn't matter. Here, if you don't have the subcategories already, you can start adding them in as well. So I'm going to go new, I'm going to call this worktop. Worktop. Okay, worktop, generic model. Now with worktop, your worktop is going to be, let's just say from projection, the way you look at it, line weight 2, and when I cut it, it's going to be line weight 3 or 4, because you want, because the worktop,
nice.
Yeah, 3 or 4. Okay, you can come back and change it only in here, and it will fix everything. Now, if I grab this guy, oops, I'm going to fix your materials, that, and now I'll go subcategory and apply, guess what, worktop.
Is that the whole model?
No, it's just the
Okay,
top.
just
Yeah, so now it would have fixed this top thing. Now I'm just going to fix your materials while we edit as well. So select this guy. Now in this rubber wood thing, just to fix your materials to make that look better. Because when you want to cut through the material, you want it to see look correct. You wanted a nice wood hatch.
Because otherwise I'm going to have to go and draft all of these.
No. So here, in identity, so in graphics, say use render material, so it'll take the color of the render and apply it. So in shaded view you can start seeing it. Now in foreground we don't want a hatch, but when we cut through it we want a hatch. So here we want a nice timber drafting. Go and find like a nice timber hatch, something that works, maybe something like that or like that. Okay, and get the scale correct. Now you're going to start seeing that this will start looking and behaving way different. Remove ref, that's fine. Press OK. Now, in your view, you'll notice now that it's changed color. You'll notice now it's changed color.
Okay.
Okay, now, and because this is on a different subcategory, I'm going to say here, subcategory. I'm going to make another subcategory and call this carcass. Okay, so let's make another one because technically that's a carcass. Yeah. These you can call feature elements because these might cut through thick again. You can use the worktop again, but maybe I'll make your worktop for...
I'd actually make my worktop a little bit thicker than those.
Exactly.
That's more of a decorative.
Okay, so let's just go and I'm going to add one of these guys. I'm just going to call this manage object styles. So let's just add another. So you're going to go to generic model again. Here I'm going to add a new subcategory in generic model. New. Now you're going to give this guy names, and this maybe call this feature timber. Okay, this one 2. This one we're going to make this 3. So the worktop I'm going to change the worktop to 4. Now you're going to see how this is going to start working way better. Apply, press OK. Now I'm just going to finish the model. Oh yeah, and then select all of these guys.
Yeah, each one of them is individual, so it's a bit.
No, it's fine. Okay, now that one we don't want. So that one, 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 and that.
And those verticals probably would have to be thicker than those.
Yeah, we can make those worktop again. Those you see here where it says subcategory. Yeah, you're going to go and change that to feature. Feature timber. Good. Solid. Apply. Now, nothing looks different now, but watch this. If I finish this, now I grab the section box and I pull this into the object. Look at the line weights straight away. You see the line weights are starting to play a factor already.
Okay.
You can see that's thicker, that's thinner. Okay. Now I'm going to find this type of things, and let's just remove that again, and I'm going to add another. Okay, go back into here, go to edit in place. So these things like that base maybe, those are all going to go in a different, so that can be carcass or, okay, so let's just go and add it to none for now. So let's just go to manage, object styles, generic model. So I would quickly in here go and make all the subcategories that you need. Hey, Frank has it. Hey,
are you gonna go downstairs?
if you guys can come and see me today,
Okay,
if you could come bring, yeah, if you don't mind,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be working at the lab school today, so I'll just pop in.
Just pop in and then, yeah, cool. Okay, now we're gonna go and edit. Carcass. That will be 2, that'll be 2. Now these objects are all going to be in that subcategory. And you can put those on the worktop category, so that it's slightly thicker again, okay. Now you'll see when you, okay, so that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. No. Switch that one off, minus that one. So that's all carcass, and maybe there's something at the back there.
I don't know if I should. Like, add a backing board to that, but like any old solid word anyway, so.
Okay, so that one I'll explain now. We're gonna make that separate. So that's in theory your carcass information there.
Yeah.
So, okay, now that we're gonna make that guy, we're gonna use feature. So these things need a category so that you can manage them. Okay, feature timber. Now these guys and that guy and that guy and that guy and that guy are all gonna be worktop. As long as you know line weights and all those types of things, then that's solved 80% of your issues now. Okay, so finish. Now you can make this guy a assembly. Manage. So it's a modify. Modify. Make assembly. Just say it. Let's call it desk 1. Hello.
Hi,
How's it?
I'm alright.
You guys need to start making appointments. I won't be able to see all of you. Okay.
Yeah, I also wanted to ask. Next week, are you not?
I'm examining flat out, first, second, and third.
Okay.
So, but speak to Alma if you need help.
Is he going to be around?
He should be around. So ask
He had me
Alma.
a lot on Wednesday.
Yeah. Cool, man. Yeah. So if you guys need me today, it's the last day of support, eh?
Okay. One more thing.
Mm.
The A3s that you needed. When can you get those?
No, you have them in the exam because you're going to put up your final construction.
Mm-hmm.
The A3s are so that you can show the external examiner how you've progressed. If you give a final product, he doesn't know the journey.
Alright.
Those A3, because you know your first couple drawings were pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, we just print out.
Everyone's first couple drawings weren't great.
Yeah.
If you can show your journey and there's a massive improvement, your marks will be much higher
Yeah.
than if you just see the final product.
Okay.
If we know the journey, we can reward you for the effort.
It's only in the exam that you need.
Yeah, it's just an A3 set. It's just so that the externals can see
That's
the
during my
progress.
design exam.
Yeah,
Alright, just
good,
To
man.
get all my work done to print by Sunday.
Now you must just, if you want these objects to join, because I see we're cutting to that circle bit here, you might have to ask join the objects so you can see them. But you can see, look at the line, everything's starting to work nicely now. You can see that's thicker, you're cutting to that's thicker, but that's thinner. Okay, so now you're controlling, those are a lot thinner. So maybe just those materials, give them a different material. The material, 1 to 20, 1 to 10 maybe, and let's just see, you might have to, yeah, you can see the line weights are playing nice, working way better now. Okay. Yes, you might have to do a bit of drafting just to kind of neaten up stuff, but at least now, okay.
Then just one more question regarding this. Is it possible to explode an assembly?
No.
That's the
Now, this guy, if you want to explode this guy, now this gets a bit more complicated. So, and this is what I showed Robin, you have to, you duplicate this thing a couple times and you delete the elements, you break it back into elements, and then you assemble everything into an assembly.
So,
So, let me explain this. So what I do is this guy, I'm going to go edit, watch this, edit, I'll just show you with these worktops over here.
Okay.
Okay, so here I'm going to, you see it's called, let me unassemble this, delete assembly, and let's just first do this. You only do this once it's, okay, now it should be a generic model. Now, if I go to edit type, it's going to have a name, if you just hover over it, it gives it a name. So just hover, it's here in the bottom, here, just hover, so it's called generic model 4, generic, okay, you need to rename that, otherwise that's going to be families, generic model.
I have a lot of generic models.
No, that's alright. Just give them names so that when you start editing these things, it'll. Cool, yeah. You can. There's a search function here that you can go and search. Why don't I see it quickly? Let me just start generic. There we go. So this guy is. Let me just hover over it again. Generic model 4. It's this guy over here. So let's rename this guy. Rename it. Call this table. Okay, table. Now, it's just, don't worry about that. Now, watch if I grab this guy and I go to, with it selected, come on, copy, paste in place, so placed, align to same place. You'll notice now it gives it table 1.
Okay.
So, if I go to, let me just see which one I've got here. That's table 1. So I'm going to go and edit in place. Edit in place. So what I'm going to do is in table 1, I'm going to delete everything else. You can see it's keeping the other stuff there. So I'm just keeping the worktops. So it doesn't matter if you've done it. That one I'll remove, and then all of that stuff I'll remove as well, delete. Okay, now I'll go and say finish model. Now I've got 2 models in here. So one is just going to be a worktop. So if I press tab, so just click again. So that's one. Oh yeah, that's the other one. Okay, so let me just go back into this table 1 here. This guy. Edit in place. Let's just delete everything I don't need. So it's all this other stuff down here. Delete that as well. So I just want the worktop. Okay. I can undo this now. If I go finish now. Now, in this guy, edit in place. Now just delete the worktop. Okay, now I've got 2 in place families. There's one there and one there. But what it allows me to do now, if I, in this view,
I copy it as a separate version just to keep as a base.
Yeah, keep it as a base, and you'll know that's version 1 there, version 2. But we can undo what I've done, so you can keep it. Now, what it allows me to do is now it allows me to use the displace element tool. Okay, reset. Okay, now it'll allow me to use, if I select an object, watch this, now I can displace.
Okay, alright, I understand.
Okay, you understand?
Yeah.
But now, because, okay, now, once you've got all these families, see, that's one family, that's another family. Now you make it assembly, because it makes it one object. So if I go control, now if I grab that guy and that guy, watch this, I make this an assembly now. Let's call it desk 1 because I can overwrite that first one. Yeah, desk 1. If I can scroll right down here to desk 1 now, and I go to desk 1.
It takes some time.
How does it? Okay.
So then, basically, like each one of those individual like pieces.
Yeah, break it up and just imagine how you want it exploded and make each in-place family.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only issue I think. Like with.
But you've done the work, so you don't have to do the work again. You're just breaking it up into elements. Just
Because
only the objects that you want to do this to. Don't waste your time on other objects.
It's just mainly I want to show that those pieces kind of slot into those pillars, those like verticals. So.
Okay, why is this thing? Let me just delete this. Delete. Okay. Oh dear, don't do that. So let me just. So I just want to go and say. It should have created all the views for it. That's very strange. Create assembly views, that's why. Here you can go and pick all the views that you want. So I don't want that one, I don't want that one. I want all of those. I don't want an elevation top and bottom maybe. You can. A plan. Okay, just go press OK. So that's what I should have done. Now, if we go to your views here and I go to 3D view, this is where you, and you see it only shows the object over here. Fine. Consistent colors, you can use realistic in this instance. Okay, now watch this. If I grab this guy and I go to edit assembly, now I grab this guy.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And now I just say finish. Now I've got that thing broken up into chunks.
Honestly, it's almost as if instead of, because like how I did it last semester, I modeled each little component as its own modeling place and then displaced it.
Yeah.
So basically what it's doing is
I'm just unpacking it.
Okay.
But just so that you can
keep a reference.
Keep a reference one that you can switch off and hide or delete it once you've done this too. Then when you're in generic models, so let's just go GE, generic models. Here, just make sure that they share the same name, like table and table 1. So you can, this one you can go call it main, top, table, top. Okay, just so that, don't worry about this.
A lot of Revit, I realize, is honestly workflow. Like.
And you got to think about it. It's trying to create a database of everything.
Yeah.
If you understand how databases work and Excel works with link, this starts to you start to understand this a bit better. But you can see now, and then you can show your little paths where they should go. Now you can explode each one of those things. I'll do the top 2 or 3 and show them away and show.
Yeah.
Here I would also cut away the holes where the thing slides
They do
down.
have holes.
Oh, okay. Then it's easy.
Cool. Alright, and that's construction sorted. It should not take me more than a day to do all these details.
No. A day's, yeah. Okay, I'll leave it like this.
This should take me like 2 to 3 hours max.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave. You can reassemble this. Okay, it's up to you. I can undo and go back to the original.
I think let me just do that so I can follow the process again with the video.
Yeah.
So then
I hope it's streaming.
It is.
Okay, good. I always forget. The other day I spent an hour and the student's like, "Hey, where's the recording?" I go and check. Oh, didn't press stream. Darn it. Oh, let's undo. Oh, yeah, undo. You can undo a list.
Yeah, I've learned that finally.
Oh, yeah, let's just keep going.
So I've copied that model. I just don't understand that you copy.
Yeah.
So you basically say
Copy. Use the copy and paste tool.
that's actual paste.
Yeah,
there,
copy and then paste in the same place.
align to the same place, and it will immediately just make that table.
Yeah,
one.
again, yeah.
Okay.
And then you start breaking it up.
And then should I actually copy then that original one over and over, or should, like, let's say I've broken up that one now, copy the broken up one?
No, I just keep copying the
The
full
original
one and then
first one.
deleting the elements
Okay.
that I don't need in each one.
And to delete it, then it's just.
You just, yeah, you can delete it in the families here because you'll see it'll keep making duplicates of it. This is the family name now, remember.
Yeah.
It'll keep saying generic model 1, it'll automatically give it a number. Then you rename them quickly into the right schedule so that you understand what you're doing.
Okay.
Then once everything's selected, then you make them assembly. So each generic model, you make it assembly, then you can, okay.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Jason.
My pleasure.
Hopefully by the time I show you stuff on.
On
Oh, we'll be critting on the Monday as well, so I can't even print on that.
This Monday.
Next Monday.
Next Monday, yeah.
But